Hi everyone, I'm Mahnaz. I'm here to teach you English. By mathematics, I mean algebra, calculus, geometry, statistics, and so on. In the first video, we have shot, let's say, algebra 1, which is about linear equations, inequalities, sequences, statistics, let's say function, and so on. I'm an engineer. I'm a civil engineer. I graduated from IUSD, Iran University of Science and Technology, and I got my MA in earthquake engineer from International Institute of Earthquake Engineering and Seismology. چی گفتم تا الان بچه ها؟ شاید اولین بار باشه که من اینجوری فارسی باهاتون حرف میزنم. بچه ها دوست دارم که شما از این ویدیوهای ما انرژی بگیرین و انرژی هم به ما بدین. خب بچه ها ببینین، چیزی که میخوام به شما بگم اینه که دنیای الان دنیای انگلیسی، زبان انگلیسی زبان اول دنیاست. خب و زبانی نیست که شما فقط بخواید یاد بگیرین برای اینکه یه حال احوال پرسی بپرسین. اگر شما علاقه‌مند به زبان برنامه نویسی، ماشین لرنینگ، تاپیک های بروز دنیا هستین، هر چیزی توی هر حوزه‌ای که فکرشو بکنین، که من توی حوزه مهندسی عمران، خیلی دیگه مهندسی پزشکی، هر حوزه‌ای که فکر کنین بچه‌ها باید یاد بگیریم به انگلیسی، لااقل بتونین اون مفاهیم کلی اون درس و اون سابجکت، اون در واقع رشته رو بتونین به انگلیسی چجوری میخواین مقاله بخونین و چجوری میخواین تو دنیا سرآمد باشین بدون دونستن انگلیسی دیگه الان تو این دور زمانه فقط این نیست که بشینین مثلا یا برین چند تا کلاس برین که مثلا چند تا فیلم ببینین، سریال ببینین، این نیست. اگر شما نتونین تو دانش پایه‌تون مثل ریاضی، فیزیک، شیمی، زیست اینا رو باید حتما به انگلیسی بدونین. داریم این پکیج‌ها رو جمع می‌کنیم و دوست داریم که ازتون این انرژی رو بگیریم. میدونم بعضی جاهای سخته. I know it, okay? It's very hard to understand every, let's say, expressions I use, every words I use, okay? Don't worry. I myself started learning English and math when I was just 4. So I think because of knowing these two subjects, courses, I was ahead of my all peers or let's say my classmates in all the years of education, and it gave me a lot of self-confidence. Okay? خیلی مهمه اون اعتماد به نفسی که با انگلیسی دونستن به دست میارین، انقدر لذت بخشه براتون، تو همه عرصه‌های زندگی کمکتون میکنه. حالا چند تا مثال من براتون حل میکنم، چند تا مثال کاربردی میخوام حل کنم. ممکنه که مبحثش الان شما هنوز آشنا نباشین، نخونده باشین توی درس فارسیتون، یعنی به زبان فارسی خونده باشین، ولی فقط میخوام بهتون بگم، یه هینتی بدم، یه در واقع یه گزارشی از این بدم که ویدیوهای ما چه شکلی خواهد بود. امیدوارم که لذت. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's start with this example. The number of mosquitoes in Brooklyn. Do you know mosquitoes? They are bugs, okay? بده بزنیم, okay? The number of mosquitoes in Brooklyn, in millions of mosquitoes, as a function of rainfall. I know that some of you don't know the function, okay? But you can find out, you can learn it in our videos, okay? From our videos. A function of rainfall in centimeters is modeled by m of x equals to negative x times x minus 4. What amount of rainfall results in the maximum number of mosquitoes? So we have a function. You see that if you distribute this, okay, this x to these parentheses, you're going to have a quadratic function or quadratic expression. So you know that the curve of the quadratic function is called parabola. Okay? And you know, here we have a negative coefficient on the second degree x squared, second degree term x squared. We have negative value. So it shows that this parabola is opening downward. Look, it is open down, something like this. And you know that from this form of the quadratic, like factor form, you can easily find out the roots of this function. Look, what is the roots of the quadratics, or what is the zeros? Look here, 1 is 0, 1 is 4. If you put 4 and 0 in this expression, you're gonna have the value of output 0. So here 0 and 4 are the zeros of the function. Now the parabola has the maximum point. You see negative sign. So something like this. Okay, what are we asked for? What amount of rainfall result in the maximum number of mosquitoes? This is the maximum point of max of mosquitoes, okay? And here is the rainfall. Okay, we need this part, okay? The maximum point of maximum number of mosquitoes is going to be, look here, we have, you know that this line is the line of symmetry. Look, this is a line of symmetry. This point is called vertex of the parabola. It is introduced and talked a lot in the videos, okay? So here, you know that every point on this curve, on the parabola, that have the same value of y, they are as the same distant from this symmetric line. So here, if I want to get this point, I have to just like this. I just want to get these distances. 4 minus 0 over 2, 2. So this point is 2. At 2, okay, if we have 2 centimeters rainfall, we're gonna have the maximum amount of mosquitoes. We can find out the okay, this question, the answer is 2 centimeters. But if we want to get that, okay, how many mosquitoes will we have by 2 centimeters in rainfall? We have to substitute 2 as an x. M of 2 equals to negative 2 times 2 minus 4. This is negative 2, and negative 2 times negative 2, 4. 4, what is the unit of the, let's say, what is the unit of number of mosquitoes? It is in millions of, okay? 4 million mosquitoes we're gonna have at max, okay? At max point, we're gonna have 4 million mosquitoes. Another example, talking about, I think it's about factoring the polynomials. Simplify the following expression: x squared minus 10x plus 25 over x squared minus 25. Now here we want to simplify this fraction. First of all, we have to choose one of techniques that I have taught in our videos, and if you are you please just let's say get our videos, our packages, okay? You're going to understand what I'm talking about. We have talked about so many techniques to factor the polynomials. So here at the denominator of this fraction, we have a perfect square. Now look, this can be written like this: x plus 5 times x minus 5. So we have factored the denominator of this fraction. One more step is to factor the denominator. So here we have, look, you see that it seems that it is a perfect square. I think that it is x minus 5 squared, yes? X squared negative 10x plus 25. So the denominator is a perfect square. X minus, okay, how can we get to this point? You think that I'm memorizing. No, I'm not memorizing anything. Okay? By the techniques that I will teach you in the videos, you can think, okay, here we have something b is here -10. What is the half of b? It is -5. What is the square of -5? It is 25. So we need x squared minus 10x plus 25 minus 25. This is a perfect square. So here, this is a perfect square. So at the first point we had it, okay? We had this expression. So it's very simple to know that this is okay, here at the denominator, that's enough. I think that for this video, it's enough. X minus 5 squared means, okay, let me just do it like this. It means x minus 5 times x minus 5. One of these x minus 5 of the denominator cancel out with this one. And as the answer, we're going to have x minus 5 over x plus 5. So you see that this one is correct, but it is not the most simplified form of this problem, okay? You have to cancel these two expressions to get the simplest form. Okay, let's try another example. Now, look at this problem. Here we're given 4 expressions, 4 options. Now we are asked to multiply this monomial to this polynomial. This is a trinomial, okay, with a second degree term, and here we have polynomial. Okay, very quick, if you want to, بچه ببینید تو این معلا فارسی میگم ولی توی ویدیوهامون اصلا فارسی نداریم، ما اصلا عادت به فارسی نکنید. اینجا فقط میخوام بهتون بگم که چه کاره اینجا انجام میدیم، چجوری پیش میریم که دستتون بیاد. خب تو اینجور okay, let me just explain it in English. Okay, I'm American. I can't talk in Farsi, speaking in Farsi. Okay, look, if you want to solve it very quickly, you have to see the terms. One term, okay, if you multiply this one, you're going to have x squared here, x, so definitely one term is going to be x cubed. Okay, what is the coefficient? 2, 3 times 3, 6. Okay. What about the second degree? We have x. If we multiply them together, we are going to have x squared. Which of them is okay? What about the coefficient? 2, -5. So we definitely have negative term. Between 3 and 4 is the answer of this question. Now, what is the last one? We have a constant value, but here we have 2x. So definitely the third term is going to have the x variable. So here, this one, okay, both of them has x. Now we have to try out the, let's say, the coefficient on x. 2 times -3, -6. So this is the answer. Quickly, not just, okay, I didn't write anything. By just looking at the terms and look at the answers, I did it, okay? Now, here we are given a word problem. Let's try it out. A flower bed in the shape of a triangle. What is a flower bed? Do you know? It's a part of the garden which you can plant flowers, okay? And in this garden, for example, we have a triangle flower bed. It is in the shape of triangle. Now, let's continue. With one side twice the length of the shortest side. Imagine that this is the shortest side, okay? And one of them is twice the other one. And the third side is 15 feet longer than the short side. If the perimeter is 100 feet and if x represents the length of the shortest side. So this part is the shortest side of the triangle. I choose x. Okay? One side was twice this one, 2x. One side was 15 feet longer than this side. Okay, so here we are given that the perimeter of this triangle is about 100. So the perimeter is the sum of length of the three sides, x plus 2x plus 15 plus x. Okay, do we have something like this in the answers? Yes, the first choice is x 2x x 15. Okay, this one is the answer. Okay, and you look here, we have just written the length of the triangle, okay, which is representing something real in the real world. So if you think that mathematics is not related to the real world, you can see it. Okay, you have a flower bed in shape of a triangle. Now the length of this triangle is written in algebraic form. Look, we used variables. Now here we can just really simply we can find out the length of this triangle. So if we subtract 15 from both sides, we're going to have x equals to 85/4. And you can find the other length. Okay, simplify and reduce. Reduce, it means that we have to reduce the degree of this polynomial as much as we can. Okay, now at the first one, okay, from the denominator, I can factor out 3. So I'm going to have x squared minus 4. And denominator, I factor out 9 because both 18 and 9 are divisible by 9. So I factor out 9. So I'm going to have x, I'm going to left with x plus 2. Again, here these two can be simplified something like this. At the denominator, I'm going to have, it's a perfect square, x minus 2, x plus 2, over 3x plus 2. Okay, these two cancel out. I'm gonna left with x minus 2 over 3. This is the answer. Select all the intervals where h is increasing. So, okay, this is h of x equals to y. This is a function, okay? Now, in which intervals is this function? Oh, it is written like here. Okay, in which intervals is this function, let's say, increasing or decreasing? Now look, the first one, x is between negative 1.5 here, up to negative 0.5. In this one, yes, it is increasing. So this one, choose all the answers that apply. So this one applies. The second one, between 0 and 1. Yes, you see that it is increasing. This one is the answer as well. In between 0 and 1, the function is getting the values of outputs are getting higher and higher. Now the third one, x is between 3.5. Let's try this one. 3.5 and 4. Look in this one. Look. Let me choose. Okay. Look. In between this interval, you see that the values of the values of y are getting lower. So the third one is not the answer. Talking about the sequences, it is included in the videos that we have shot. In Algebra 1, you're going to, let's say, you're going to be introduced to sequences very briefly in Algebra 1. Complete the recursive formula of the geometric sequence. You are going to learn in Algebra 1 that we have two different kinds of formulas for arithmetic and geometric sequences. One is recursive and the other one explicit. بچه ها دو تا مدل مختلف فرمول یاد میگیرین تو ویدیوها. راجع به سریای حسابی هندسی، تصاعد حسابی هندسی، دو تا فرمولش رو یاد میگیرین. من اینجا فارسی صحبت میکنم، تو ویدیوها اصلا فارسی نداریم. خودتون عادت بدین. اگر که میخواین با ما همراه باشین، که امیدوارم همراه ما باشین تو ویدیوها، حتما میبینین و خیلی ساده استپ بای استپ پله پله با هم میریم جلو، یاد میگیریم. خیلی جاها بچه‌ها خیلی از در واقع میشه گفت اصطلاحات رو من بهتون توضیح میدم، اصلا نگران نباشین. یا تو مثالا ممکنه مثلا فلاور بد که الان توضیح دادم بهتون تو ویدیو قبلی، تو مثال قبلی توضیح دادم، خیلی کلمات رو بهتون توضیح میدم. میتونین گوگلشون کنین، توی دیکشنری بزنین، اصلا ترسناک نیستا، خیلی راحته. به نظر من اگر عادت بدین خودتون رو با زبان روز دنیا کار کنین، اعتماد به نفستون تو همیشه همه جنبه های زندگی بالا میره. چه بخواین تو بیزنس برین، چه بخواین توی ادامه تحصیل بدین تو مراحل بالا، حتما اینا به دردتون میخوره. Now look, complete the recursive formula of the geometric sequence. Now recursive form of the sequences formula is the formula that is based on the previous terms. Look, it is written based on the previous term. Now here we are given some terms. Look, the first term is 7. So a of n1, if it is a function, this sequence is a function of n. N represents let's say the number of the terms, okay? So the first one, a of 1 is 7, equals to 7. Why is it blue? 7, okay? The first one. Now, complete it. We are given, okay, now let's try the coefficient that is multiplied here. Negative 2. Negative 2. Negative, again, negative 2. So that coefficient that is multiplying over and over to get the successive terms is negative 2. So what is multiplied to the previous term to get the next term is negative 2. A of n is a of n minus 1, the previous term, times negative 2. That's it.